Hey, welcome back to the end of the fifth season and welcome back to another FA Cup final against Manchester City. We've won the remaining 3 games in the Premier League, 2-1 away at Brentford with Hendrick getting a brace, a 3-1 away at Everton, Dewsbury Hall and Hendrick with another brace, and 2-1 against United, this time Schilderab getting 2 goals. So we did broke the record for most points in a season with 105. Unfortunately, Hendrick could not compete with Haaland, despite scoring 38 goals in the Premier League, because Haaland is a goal machine. Yeah, we also had an impressive goal difference. Now, as you can see, we scored a total of 110 goals, and we only conceded 21. Lost 1 game, drew 3. Now that's what I call an impressive Premier League season. Now, let's get into today's game, the FA Cup final. Before we continue, however, I just want to ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and leave a comment. Thank you. We're going to go with Carnesecchi in goal, Thomas, Tutalo, Phillips, Singo, Lucas, Dewsbury Hall, Wirtz, Johnson, Raspadori, and Hendrick up front. Despite Manchester City having an impressive team, we should win this game. After we walked the league, we should be favorites, and I won't take anything less than a win here. Okay, here's Carnesecchi, Sutalo, Dewsbury Hall, Thomas. Gibbs White is playing in this game. Yes, Phillips, Wirtz, Lucas tries the long ball to Hendrick. Okay, is it their highlight? No, because Wirtz was there. Johnson to Hendrick. Dangerous. We're 1-0 up. Come on, his 44th goal of the season. Yes, Hendrick. It was a Gibbs White mistake. Johnson with a really good through ball. Hendrick, what a lovely finish. Here's Kimmich with a throw-in. Gibbs White. Back to Kimmich. Ooh. Lucas with a slight tackle. He was lucky there. He could have been sent off. Sutalo. Here's Phillips. Wirtz. Raspadori. Singo. Singo moving forward with the ball. Come on, mate. Get a good cross in. Tries the ball to Johnson. Here's Thomas over the bar. I was thinking about selling Thomas and bring in a world-class left back. Or maybe keep my faith in Lemos. Here's the Singo. After a slight tackle from Raspadori. Dewsbury Hall. Johnson to Hendrick. He makes it 2. Come on, lads. 2-0. Yes. Come on, let's win another trophy. Cancelo with a throw-in. Barnes. They have Harvey Barnes. Okay. Rodrigo shot blocked. Joan Meni and Rodrigo both came from Real Madrid to Manchester City. Haaland scores with a lovely header. His 61st goal of the season. 61 goals. Jesus. Okay, after an impressive start, Manchester City kind of came back into the game. Do I tell them I'm happy? Yeah, I'm gonna tell them that because I am happy. Half an hour remaining. Unfortunately, Singo is not doing too well and he's on a yellow card. So let's bring in Williams for him. Luke Thomas is on a 6.5. Here's Lemos. And I'm gonna replace Raspadori with Sorensen. Alright, 10 more minutes remaining. Lucas is nervous. I'm bringing in Lagner. And let's give Bellingham 10 minutes into this game. The question is, do I waste some time here? Let's see this highlight first. The subs didn't take place yet. Here's Edwards. Oh my word. Yes, Carnesecchi. Yes, mate. Another highlight immediately after that one. Sorensen. Okay, Johnson. Tries to chip the goalkeeper. Hits the crossbar. Alright, let's waste some time. Play for set pieces. Lower tempo. Shorter passing. That's it. Can we hold on? We're in injury time. Nothing is happening. Yes, lads. Come on. We get our hand on another FA Cup trophy. Our third one in 5 years. That's great. So we have 3 FA Cup trophies, 1 Champions League, and 2 Premier League wins. We haven't won the League Cup yet. But this was a fantastic, impressive season for us with a treble, I might add, because we also won the Community Shield. Time for the season review. Here we go. New arrivals. Of course, the signing of the season had to be Patrick Sorensen. This guy is amazing. He got an A+. Lackner got an F, okay, maybe because we have overpaid for him, but he's not a bad player. Wirtz got an A, Dewsbury Hall got a C+, and Diego got a B-. Transfers out, Xavi Simons got a C to Inter for 60 million. Ulrich a B- to Aston Villa for 43 million. Gibbs White got a C. I didn't really want it to sell him. Belio got a C+. Weston McKinney got a C. And one of my favorites in this save, Awani, got a C-. Season results. Of course, we got an A+ for winning the league, a B- for reaching the semifinals of the Champions League, a B for winning the FA Cup, a C+ for finishing in the semifinals of the League Cup, and a B-. They probably don't care too much about winning the FA Community Shield. Moment to remember. Biggest win, a 6-1 victory against Brentford. Match to remember, a 3-0 victory against Liverpool in the FA Cup. And the goal of the season scored by Lemos. It's against Brentford in the FA Cup. And I agree with it. Let me show you what a beautiful goal this guy scored. Lemos is either footed, so he took his shot with his right foot. Look at that beautiful goal. Yeah, goal of the season indeed. Finances. The broadcast revenue went down a little bit, about 15 million, and so did the prize money with 13 million. But of course, we increased our merchandise sales to 15 million and we sold almost 700,000 shirts. How I lined up? I'm not surprised with this back four, with Lemos being better than Thomas and Phillips better than Scalvini. However, I am a little bit surprised that Caicedo is not here and Bellingham took his place. We have Shelter up, not Johnson, Raspadori, and of course Hendrik up front. Of course, I've won Head Coach of the Year. I've also won the Head Coach of the Month in April, March, December, October, and September. Let's look at the player awards, as Hendrik won a few. Fans Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, Top Goal Scorer with 45, Most Player of the Match awards with 15, and the average rating with 7.6. We have Patrick Sorensen as signing of the season. Lemos scored the goal of the season. Most assists, Shoulder up with 18. Okay, I'm happy for him. And we have Niakate with most passes completed per 90 minutes, 84. Out of these 5 record breakers, 4 belongs to Hendrik. He got most overall goals by a player in a season with 45. Most league goals, 48, most goals in a league match with 4, and most player of the match awards in a season with 15. And Shoulder Up got most assists with 18. Competition awards, there should be some. Yes, look at that. Look at the amazing season Hendrik had. The guy won FIFA Best Under 21 Men's Player, English Player of the Year, English Players Player of the Year, English Players Young Player of the Year. Impressive. What I am the most impressed is that Ashley Phillips have won the Champions League Young Player of the Season and Defender of the Season in the Champions League. European Golden Boy won by Djurdjevic, not Sorensen, okay, but Sorensen did win the next gen. History in the making. We got 3 trophies, 2 important ones, the Premier League and the FA Cup. It would have been amazing to play another Champions League final, but who knows, maybe next season. Now, like I said, after 5 seasons, I want to look at this dynamic manager timeline. I will keep quiet and just let it play. Yeah, it was interesting. I saw the record breaker for money spent, 229 million at some point. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, we're taking this club to the next level as our board just announced that they are gonna build a new stadium. Construction of Brian Clough Arena. Unfortunately, we'll have to sell our city ground stadium, and I'm a little bit disappointed by that. But whatever, we'll have a capacity of 50,000 and will cost around 222 million to build. Okay, so we've won the league in a spectacular way, and we got the best average rating in the league. Phillips came third after Haaland. Most assists, shoulder up with 13. Yeah, an impressive season overall by the boys. Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea, Newcastle, and Everton. Yes, they've all qualified to the Champions League. Why? Anyway, Arsenal and Wolves to the Europa League, with Brentford qualifying to the Conference League. Good for them. Crystal Palace, Leeds, and Bournemouth got relegated. In the Championship, the playoffs are not done yet. Hull City is gonna face Watford in the final. We have Leicester and West Brom promoted, with these two playing a playoff. And unfortunately, Lincoln City got relegated. This is our affiliated club, Bristol City and Rotterdam. Spanish League. Won by Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Real Betis qualified to the Champions League. We have Villarreal and Sociedad to the Europa League, with Valencia finally getting a European spot in the Conference League. We have Alaves, Las Palmas, and Real Valladolid relegated. Serie A. Won by AC Milan, Juventus, Inter, Lazio, and Fiorentina qualified to the Champions League. We have Capitolin. What the hell? Oh, this is Roma. Okay, so we have Roma and Bologna to the Europa League, with Napoli. The Conference League, Salernitana, Sampdoria, and Spezia relegated. Bundesliga. Dortmund has done it once again by winning the league. We have Bayern Munich and Leipzig qualifying to the Champions League, Hertha and Wolfsburg to the Europa League, with Leverkusen to the Conference League. Arminia, Bielefeld, and Hanover got relegated. And Ligue 1, playoff, of course. PSG are champions. Rennes, Nice, and Lyonnais qualify to the Champions League. Monaco and Brest to the Europa League. No, Brest qualified to the Conference League. Marseille, however, qualified to the Europa League. And we have Toulouse playing a playoff for surviving in Ligue 1, with Troyes and Nimes relegated. Let's see who won the cups. The DFB Pokal was won by Bayern Munich 3-2 against Wolfsburg. In Italy, Juventus lifted the trophy after a penalty shootout against Inter. It was 1-1. In Spain, Real Madrid has done the double, 3-0 against Valencia in the final. And Coupe de France was won by Marseille, 3-0 against Brest. Everton has won the Conference League 1-0 against Anderlecht. Anderlecht making it all the way to the final. Good for them. Speaking of Everton, Pekio Shia has won Young Player of the Season in the Conference League, and he only played half a season for Everton. Good for him. The Europa League was won by Newcastle 1-0 against Lyonnais. And Real Madrid won the Champions League 2-0 against Leipzig. So Real Madrid has won 3 major trophies this season. Now let's take a look at our squad and sort out by average rating. Of course, Hendrik tops it. Alexander came second. He had 3 appearances and 14 as a sub. Got 3 goals and 5 assists. That's not bad. Sheldrup came third with 7.49, and Phillips is fourth. Where is... I'm looking for Lemos. Yeah, there he is. The young left back had 18 starting appearances, 24 as a sub, got 2 goals, 3 assists, and an average rating over 7. He impressed me this season, and of course, so did Ashley Phillips. On the other hand, we have Scalvini, 45 appearances, 2 goals, okay, but he was poor throughout this season. Appearances, we have Lucas up there with Hendricks, Calvini, Thomas, Wirtz, and Sutalo, Lafont, and so on. Goal scorers, Hendrick had this brilliant season, 45 goals. Sorensen came second with 21, Sheldrup got 18, Raspadori got 13, another good season for Raspadori. 12 for Djurjevic, Johnson got 11, Phillips got 10, okay, Bellingham 7, 5 goals for Wirtz, and there were some impressive goals from Florian Wirtz. and so on. Assist-wise, we have Shelder up with 18, Raspadori got 16, Djurdjevic and Johnson 13, Dewsbury Hall got 11, Wirtz got 10, Hendrick got 9, and so on. Plans for next season, I don't want to change too much. Carnesecchi recently signed a new contract and he's happy to be a cup goalkeeper, back up to Lafont. I'm not sure about Scalvini. I'm not gonna transfer list him. You know, he's not wanted, of course, after this poor season. Nobody wants him. I'll give him until January. If he doesn't improve his game, I will transfer list him. I don't care. I know he's a good player, but he's just not doing it for me right now. I am thinking about selling Luke Thomas. I think we outgrown him a little bit. His average rating throughout the season wasn't that impressive. Look, under 7 each time. So I don't know. I might let him go and either keep my faith in Lemos and Diego or other wonder kid, because we do have a Croatian out on loan who's 17 and we have another youth prospect in our under 21s. Or I might go big for a world class left back. I don't know. And like I said, Lemos really impressed me. You might argue that the same goes for Neco Williams. He's 26 now. The same thing with him. He had 22 appearances this season. He's decent, but he's a backup, even though he's on a regular starter contract. The guy is a backup to Singo. He is wanted by Tottenham. I might let him go. I might. I'm not sure. I might let go of Raspadori. He's 27, in his prime. He's a great player to have around. But next season, I have to play Hendrick and Sorensen both from the start. There's no doubt about it. In midfield, I really don't want to change anything. We have a lot of players out on loan. Great players. I'm not going to go through each of them. But this guy, Mohamed Karim Sekat, that I loaned to West Brom, had 48 appearances, scored 18 goals, got 3 assists, and helped West Brom get promoted to the Premier League. So I will try to loan him back to West Brom just to see if they use him in the Premier League and how he does. A good average rating as well. Pek Yoshia did all right, 20 appearances, 4 assists, 5 goals, a good average rating. Yeah, this guy, Luka Levanovic, is one of our youth prospects. Came in through our youth system. His dribbling is shit, but the rest of him is great for a 17-year-old. Not a good personality, but I really think he has what it takes to be a good player for us. Anyway, end of our 5th season here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment. I'll see you for the next one.